So, continue. Of course, now I'm using a 360 style Microsoft controller. I've been playing with a Nintendo controller for a while, and the buttons are all in different places again. Anyway, let's go. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. I think it's going to be a murder on a stagecoach, you guys. What do you think? I might be psychic.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night.
A murder?
Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself.
How could there be if they were the only people inside while it was speeding
However,
along?
None could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Don't confuse the situation with logic. Damn. But logic is... yeah, it's logical. So anime.
Is this really just a railway station?
Where's platform 9 3/4?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives.
The choo-choos. Look at the choo-choo trains.
This country is incredible.
Okay, bullshit. There's no train station at Piccadilly. Not an overground one anyway. Immersion ruined.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this
Me too,
capital
because this isn't London, obviously. Debunked! I know, right?
Where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
Even got a horseshoe.
In that case,
Totally unplayable now. I'm uninstalling this game, you guys. That's it, we're done with
My
it.
pleasure.
1 out of 5 wolf stars.
I suppose you're visiting students from abroad.
Rocker Freak, how's it going? Doing good, thanks. How are you?
Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Wait, but is that the fucking Eiffel Tower as well? Guys, they're actually in Las Vegas. There's no way that you get London and Paris right next to each other except for on the strip in Las Vegas. Come on. Eiffel Tower, my arse. The British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. You can see over the pond to France, clearly. Actually, you know what? Clearly and, you know, see are 2 words that were never uttered in Victorian London because that was just impossible. There's a reason they call London Old Smoke, okay? Shouldn't that be a 1 out of 5 wolf paws? Oh, it totally should be. You know what? We can, yeah, let's do that over. Wolf paws are the actual, you know, measurement of how good a game is on this stream, guys. Always has been. I don't know. That other alternate universe where it was stars has just disappeared, and it's now paws, okay? What if you were drugged in London, loaded onto a train going via the Eurotunnel, and you woke up again in Paris? Could happen. You know, that's weird because I had my roleplay game yesterday, and we were discussing another rule system that one of the other players is interested in, and he was telling us about how, like, it has a magic system, but if he was to play it, he'd rather it be more contemporary, that it wasn't really magic, but there would be some other explanation as to why things happen, but there's a teleportation spell, and we were like, how could that work? And I literally came up with the idea that somebody got drugged at the moment they made the spell happen, and then they woke up somewhere else, and it was like, you don't remember how you got there, but it's instantaneous travel as far as you're concerned. So... Disappointed that the channel points from Twitch aren't paused. Yeah, they should be, really, shouldn't they? But look, guys, at some point in the very near future, I was contemplating another sort of relaunch of the channel to just, like, boop, redo a few things, add a few new ways for you guys to contribute if you wish as well, like Ko-Fi and all that, or Ko-Fi, or however it's pronounced, Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi, that kind of thing. Maybe we can start doing things like that as well. You know? Hashtag pro streamer. Yes, absolutely. Very much so. What an incredible place. It's so imposing, it's almost suffocating. We're clearly inside the Elizabeth Tower as well. That's the clock face, look. Or a cub of copy decks. Still looking for a decent wolf pattern to make the swag? Yes, that's it. There's so many patterns out there, it's like needle in a stack of needles rather than a haystack, right? That's the situation you're in. You're looking for one particular needle in a whole stack of needles. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. 99% of them are ugly. Yeah, when we looked at a load, there weren't very many where it was like, ooh, that one, or it was more like, nope, 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 nope. Maybe. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. That's basically how it went. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? Far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the difference than just construction materials. What is this place again? He wasn't paying attention earlier when I read out where we were. This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san. It's the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. So we have to assume as well that he's learned enough law to actually be considered a lawyer now in the 40-odd days since the last case on the steamboat. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. No. He dead. So instead, we're here in a different capacity, as envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. Oh, so I guess they don't... He isn't yet considered a lawyer. So we'd have to return to Japan. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Why don't I just wear his headband and carry his sword, which we now have, and just say I am, you know, Kazuma Asogi. Hi, nice to meet you. They don't know. They can't look him up on the internet. Yes, which means you'll need that requisite qualification as a lawyer, which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer. Ah, okay, so here we go. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. I still like my idea better, it's got less hoops to jump through, but okay. Saves this guy some paperwork as well, the big cheese here, the Lord Chief what's-his-face. Yeah. I hope I'm up to scratch. Ah, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Now this guy would be voiced by that guy that does voices in like every anime. You know, the one with the very deep voice? This guy. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan? It seems I'm 1 hour 12 minutes and 47 seconds late. My apologies. That hairdo, though. Oh, no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. Wow, that could fall flat on its face. Alright. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. And I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse. Weak. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I am Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Ah, yes, thank you. Well, we can examine the area. Let's do it. I want to look at all the things before we speak to this dude. So, look at these menacing metal giants facing each other across the room. On the hour, these guys come out into the middle of the hallway and they duel. And depending on the hour, that's the number of sword strikes that happen. Every clock in England is like that. I believe they're suits of armor. Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates. No, not at all. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know. And they roam around in the middle of the night. Truth. Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Miss Susato? This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're ever unsure, just ask. Where did she get the incredible tome? What is this arcane lore that you possess? Just look at all the naughty books packed together on these shelves. They go from floor to ceiling. Not quite, but... And they're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream. Yes, a very bad dream. So many law books I have to read. They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial systems of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Holland. What about Russia? But why do you ask? I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think? I think perhaps it's thought best abandoned. Yeah. Is this some kind of clock? Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. But those gears are larger than anything you'd find on a steam locomotive even. It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of hobby of his? The Lord Chief Justice, I mean? Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they? I'm not sure you could fiddle with cogs that size, and I'm certain you couldn't call him a boy. No, he's a male though. We know that he is a male, like M-A-E-L, male. That's his name. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs make, considering how large they are. There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm. Look at a big chair. This must be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble. It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me. So he has a big cog then if he ain't a boy. Yes, it's right there, you can see it. It's just up in the top left there. I know what you're trying to do. I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo. It feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stones here. I know, that's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. Anything else? What about this? Oh, no, that's... Oh, back. There we go. My impulse was to press the bumper buttons to swizzle around. Dapus! Hello! New case? Yes! We finished the last one, last stream. The one on the steamboat. So now, we've arrived in London. After about 40 odd days later. and we've just come to the Lord Chief Justice to introduce ourselves. We got the intro cutscene, and that's pretty much all you've missed. How's it going, Dapus? How's your day been? Everything alright? Everything good? There's really nothing else over there. Why would I need to be able to turn sideways? There be nothing there. Alright, well... back. Yep. London. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Oh, I hope. I've never been so nervous since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's big. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. Woo. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Most of those technological advances were actually made by the Scottish. But we always call them British, you know? Because then it's like, all of us. It's so sad. Good, thank you. Finally kicked your butt and sent a job application to an anime game fan store you kind of want to work at. Nice! Oh, excellent. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Good luck. I'm doing good, thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to this game. Oh, it's so good. I've been jonesing for more Ace Attorney. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes, there's much excitement about the upcoming Great Exhibition we will be hosting here in London. A Great Exhibition? Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city, so that then we can steal them. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, when we will make the Paris World Fair look like a toy shop. Is that because you're building a giant Eiffel Tower out there as well, and being like, aha, we've got one too? That was weird. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the centre of the modern world. Even if you do say so yourself. The sun will never set on our great empire. Sorry. Perhaps it is fate then that these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. I see what you did there. Cheeky booger. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for the study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Osogi, if memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. It's amazing, the news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you honoured his appointment, this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. Yes. We're here in the capacity as envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They tell me you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy. I see that is true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Oh, me? No, you keep going. You're already, talking about it. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, this is it then. The moment of truth. Continue the tour. The thing is, Lord Chief Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me, Britain would ideally like to see this tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country, and that was Mr. Asogi. At least, that's what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. Just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Mr. Naruhodo, I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? If there is someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's Susato! No. Nobody then. No. Me? Don't be ridiculous. Okay, let's try it. It's me? I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but no qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer? I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. But, I mean, I won because I'm standing here, I'm not executed, so yeah. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. Yeah, let's not tell him that we were up for the murder charge, so how about I be the lawyer, huh? I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burya. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realise it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please. 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo, was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. I love that. He's already valuing him as a lawyer. It's like, this is what it would be like your first opening statement in court. You didn't bore the judge, and it wasn't too short that you came off nervous. It is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Let me ask you one thing, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? Again with this secret agenda. Well, yes, that is my intention. I see. Am I imagining things, or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? What is the test? So what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. No? Nani? Your timing is perfect. In fact, there is an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense yet, so this will be welcoming news. But today, straight away, if you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? How do I get myself into these situations? Well, could I ask what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. A murder trial. Murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. Huh? Watch me. Because of course it is. Yeah, exactly. It's like, in Phoenix Wright, we never even did a trial that was like, nah, it's just theft. He's been, you know, arrested for theft. It's always murder. Always. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment. Which means, guys, capital punishment, since we're in London, that he has to sweep the streets of London for the rest of his life. I think. Am I right? Surely I'm right. It makes sense to me. I mean, technically, yeah. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Yes, the mass started as a theft trial. That's true, it did, didn't it? It was a burglary trial, yeah. Burglary. Yeah, it was one of those trials. It was theft, just like you said. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. To clean up after, you know, the day's activities. Presumably you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. That's the law. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I have decided it's acceptable. But you can't do that, can you? Yes. You have been press-ganged into this, you can't turn it down. There's no need to overcomplicate this, all you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged. Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you are willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What is it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? Do you know what? This would be really weird if it's like, okay, I'll do it. It's like, great, because guess who the defendant is? You are under arrest for murder. I was like, whoa. Okay, I'll do it. That'd be a twist. Alright then. If I have to give you my decision now, I can't do it. I can't get the words out. He's pointing at me. He's pointing at me. Look at him. Oh, the green screen terminates just there. Damn. 15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So it's as I suspected, is it? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Did it actually time me, or is this just how the script plays out? Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do? It's alright, I understand. You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, but resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. Don't think it took your time considering he said 15 seconds and you took longer? Ah, okay. What are you trying to say, madam? I didn't really know how long it took me, so I wasn't timing. But that'd be really cool if it did. I think what Mr. Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance to trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. This'll be the bit that impresses him. He'll be like, excellent, that's the answer I wanted. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. You leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. What? At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. A mistrial, actually, because that would be illegal under the British Constitution, but anyway. You can't have a trial if all you have is a prosecutor. It's not a trial then. It's literally in our legal constitution, so... that I think has existed since it rooted itself out of the Magna Carta, if I remember correctly. Anyway, long time since I studied law and politics in college. You will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. But that's awful. But that's the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. They literally ran out of lawyers in London on this day. And really his only hope? Poor bastard. So, what do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it's purely and simply a matter of resolve. Oh. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into the great city and enjoy yourselves. He's gone. The Old Bailey. If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once. Anything else? Just what to do. Move to the Old Bailey. I would like to know, actually. At one point, not long after it was built, was the Old Bailey ever referred to as the New Bailey? And when did they change it from the New Bailey to the Old Bailey? We'll look this up later. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Look at them London bobbies with those old-style hats. Oh, thank goodness we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage would go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favourite lines from Sherlock Holmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased, and I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Could have given him half a guinea and told him to get us here in 10 minutes. That would have been better. And we'd still be here early, but anyway. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. It is literally going to be that we are the defendant again, isn't it? There's going to be some contrivance here. I'm feeling it build up. So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for the defendants to wait in is grand. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. Feels like only yesterday I was the one about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the man you're trying to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam, sir. Oh my goodness, it's the Mad Hatter. What are yous doing following me here? Things are far desperate, aren't they? Extra Epic Otter, thank you for the new follow. Welcome to the channel. That is an awesome name as well. It's a very extra epic name. Welcome. Alright, so what's this guy's deal? Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are yous? Are you, sir? Is this guy a Gungan? You, sir, from the easter? Hello, welcome. The otters are not afraid. You love Ace Attorney? Yeah, I played the first trilogy earlier this year, and when this was coming out, I'm like, I'm getting it. Really enjoy these games, they're so much fun. We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do Yusa need? Again, he's a Gungan. What's a Yusa need, We're in court now. Okie day? Kuno. No Kuno. No more Kuno. Kuno's gone. Fucking Kuno. No, we're just here because... no need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, and all while a strange faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. 'Tis grand, 'tis grand. Let me start by giving you the 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. What? 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas it's enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? Nani? 'Tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Would that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Ow! Jesus, dude. Hey, that hit me in the eye. But don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. You didn't give it to me, oh, you threw it in my face. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Get me off this murder charge. Oh? To be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trial's about to begin, you see. It's for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially. You'll be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Hey, at least we're getting paid. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true. And my theory about it being us in some kind of twisted, clever, weird way was, sadly, not true, but that would have been amazingly funny. But like, well, we didn't really need to arrest you, we just got you to go to court. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't making it up at all. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in the trial? Blistering blazes, do yous not know who I am? Me? One of London's biggest names? No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see. Literally off the boat. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there's the centre of London is another beautiful park. Sorry, a park? What? It is called McGillard Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park in central London? Yeah, he just had it brought in on trucks. You know, they just wheeled it on in and just dropped it down in the middle of the street and said, this is a park now. That's how London was built. City of Smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGillard wouldn't do for the city and its queer old people. You have this on the Switch and you're on 5. I almost bought this on the Switch and eventually I decided I'd get it on the PC instead. So yeah, but the problem is with my Switch, sometimes it crackles on the capture card. Like the audio after a while gets all crackly and weird, so yeah. If you win, you're going to be stacked for life. Heck yeah. But yeah, I very nearly got this on the Switch, because this is the kind of game that you can play portable as well, where it's like, you can just sit back and be there with the screen, and yeah, I could see it working well. I can do it on the laptop as well, though, I guess. That's amazing, I mean, really extraordinary. But now they've the gall to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGillard. McGilded, is it McGilded? Right, I'm saying this wrong. I will get names wrong. McGilded. Right, that makes more sense. So what's the matter with the London police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out. Chill, dude. Don't burst a vein. Mr. Naruhodo, perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Yes, good idea. We can get a word in now. Ha. Sorry for slow replies, doing a bunch of, what? Runs. Yeah. You're doing some runs on Final Fantasy. Nice, cool. I can't say that word, apparently. What? Extra XP Otter with the sub already? Dude, thank you. Thank you for that tier 1 sub. A new person to the subs, guys. That is much appreciated. I really appreciate that. No spoilerinos or I bite. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no problem though, Frey. You do what you need to do. This is that kind of game where I don't mind if you've got it on in the background. You know, you can always listen to me talking. So, Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What was I... what? What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry. You know what I know what you're thinking. This chancer of a fellow claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that were true, then why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well? Well... I mean... No? It's more like that we're new, and we thought maybe you would want to know that first. No, not at all. Although it is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean. That would be the fault of the Reaper. Sorry, did he just say the Reaper? Is this the Mass Effect crossover? I, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Baroque Van Zykes. The Reaper! See, there he is! Lord Baroque Van Zykes is the Reaper. He's Harbinger, guys. He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper. When Van Zykes stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. So this guy's our Edgeworth then, basically. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? Yeah, he's definitely our Edgeworth. We're going to scratch his record now. So, it's reached the desperate situation. And I guess nobody wants to defend you because they're scared of this guy. Yep. Where there's no one willing to stand in the defense against the fella at all. Wonder what he looks like? I've seen pictures. Looks pretty cool. You thought Edgeworth had a sort of a cool look about him? This guy is awesome. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness. Lord Baroque Van Zykes. Just like, reminds me of Von Karma as well from the first games. Van Zykes, Von Karma, Vans and Vons and this and that. He must be exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Yeah, that's it. Von is German and Van is Dutch. Yeah. Cursed? What on earth? The defendant is summoned and his counsel. Please make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel. Ooh, that would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't even know what the friggin' trial is, dude. I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here, I'd made my mind up, so I had. Sorry. I'd decided I'd have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance, a student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. No, it's Strongheart. He literally strong-armed us in here with his strong-hearty ways, and now we're doing this, so, yeah. So, don't get cold feet now, please. But this is England, everything's cold. I literally know nothing about the case or about the man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is I can't just turn my back on him. I mean, do we not even have anything in the court record at all? Nope. Not even a case file? I guess we'll gather evidence as we go. Mr. Naruhodo, the man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen. Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. In other words, they'll chop your legs off. Ooh. They'll be right there. It was tough in old England, you know. It's happening then, my first trial in British courts. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma, because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Help me, Kiryu. I mean, Asogi. "10 a.m. at the Old Bailey courtroom." I wonder what the judge looks like. Okay, so those are all the witnesses, I guess? So they're already lined up. Wow, cool. So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. Hey, Alchemist. Why would the British courts allow a random Japanese kid to be an attorney? Exactly. Because why not, you know? How's it going, Al? The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? So different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. It makes about as much sense as anything else y'all do over there. Yeah, that's it. You're looking at a country that, you know, just did Brexit, so... You're looking for rationality? Come on. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh yes, what is it? Oh god, he's doing the eyes again. Oh my... Yeah, again, this is the Mass Effect crossover part of the game. He's basically an Andromeda character with those twitchy eyes. Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Always a vampire. And there's Father Christmas. Have you been a good little boy? What would you like for Christmas? In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed. Look at this guy. The prosecution is fully prepared. Sorry, no. I'm not going to do that voice for him. The prosecution is fully prepared. And that must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be... Eastern. Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. 3 more legs to go! Nice! Do you think you have enough yarn then, or can't you still tell yet? Is it going to be down to the absolute last centimetre of yarn before you know? You might make it. Nice. Those eyes please me. Oh my goodness, I'm not saying that. I don't know if that's an offensive word, you guys. I mean, it shouldn't be because it's in a fairly recently made video game by Japanese people, but I don't like saying that word because it feels... I know, but it just feels slightly off-putting. You know? I know the first 3 letters of that word said by someone like me would be potentially offensive, but yeah. But you're saying it isn't? Okay. The building is officially the Central Criminal Court, but almost always known as the Old Bailey. You researched this for me? Oh, thank you. Which is the name of the street and comes from a rampart or bailey constructed just outside the wall of the city in Norman times. I wondered if it was because of maybe like the layout of like old London before it became the big, you know, metropolis that it is, right? 'Cause that is what a bailey is. It's like the outer courtyard, you know, it's like where you come into a fortified town or something. The bailey was like the big open area that you come into. Oh, I know it means Japanese, but I don't know, for some reason in my brain it feels like it's a very bad way to say it instead of just saying Japanese, but anyway, okay. No, Freya, it doesn't say nipple knees, that's... yeah. And now you're making me think about people who've got nipples on their knees, that's weird. Why did you do that to me? Dropping some fucking knowledge and I like it, yeah. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Okay, those eyes please me, Nipponese. I will say it. There we go. Let's push past the discomfort of what I thought was a bad word. They shroud your fear, your doubt, and your trepidation. They run wild, cling to some phantom notion of courage. A quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilded. Yes, my lord. You stand accused of murder, a capital offence. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defence to this foreigner? Wow. As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fellow is a student from some little island off in the Far East. He's come to some little island just off Europe. So, you know, what is... also known as saggy boobs. Oh god, no. You see, You see, Rocker Freak, you come with some awesome knowledge there like that you just research, and then you say something like that straight afterwards. Suggest packing a wooden stake for the next court appearance. I know, right? And some garlic and maybe a little splash of holy water around the, the court just to be safe. It is not the British way to ignore the dangers of yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance. I'd like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. It's the Scottish way. Yeah. Did you hear that? He donated things, and Mother, please move on, play McGilded Park. It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. This definitely is welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Because he's guilty. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am sure I need hardly remind you. So they're the jury. And where's that guy? Oh god, the guy is playing with a knife in the jury stand. Like, yeah, I killed the guy, what of it? You can't prove shit. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Some Clockwork Orange looking dude as well, look at him. Jesus. And this old lady, look at her above me, she's knitting. Oh, that's great. And the coachman, he's got his little flask. Oh. So this is cool, we actually have a jury. Speaking of Sucky Moves Far Right, oh god damn it. Yeah, the old lady's cute, isn't she just? So adorably old and just knitting there like, look at me, I'm so happy. On the far left. Look at this. The far left as well. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh no. Okay, you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, my lord, if the task is to send the rotters to the gallows where they belong, I am more than ready. At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Wow, look at this guy. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they'd never set eyes on me. Is she just typing her reply out to us, or what? Or is she supposed to be like the court recorder, I guess? Juror number 5, I feel a chill. So no, if he would be juror number 4 then, wouldn't he? So yeah, she is. She just didn't answer. Oh, don't mind me, dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson. Excuse me, can't jury. Too busy writing book. And that guy brought booze, yeah. Someone brought a knife, another one brought booze. One of them's, you know, busy writing War and Peace or something on the typewriter, and the old lady's knitting. There's like 2 people in this jury who are actually paying attention to the trial. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Those people are the jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine the guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict? That I don't know, but they hold little cards up that say guilty or not guilty, like, you know, judges on a panel show, you know, like Britain's Got Talent or something. I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecutor Van Zykes, my lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. So what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstances of which the court should be aware? Yes, I need to pay rent this month. I leave that to your imagination, my lord. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. He could be a little rusty. He could be a rusty Reaper. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? He got a sword too. Yeah, this is old England. People just walked around with fencing swords all day. Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. But the judge has got a sword as well. We just can't see it. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware. The incident took place in the late evening 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice-Fired Mason. Sorry, thrice? Like rice? He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. But you've got to cook bricks multiple times to really harden them. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in the service of the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. A dagger, you say? Where the heck would we find a dagger-wielding man at such an hour? Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. He just has a war gavel. Yes. It's instead of it's like a small hammer, but then it extends out telescopically into a much larger weapon, and then the head like just breaks open into segments and becomes like a big war hammer, basically. Yeah. Are we really writing like some kind of weird fanfic here as we go? It's weird. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence. So the autopsy. The report prepared by Scotland Yard's coroner gives the cause of death as an internal hemorrhage as a result of a single stab to the abdomen. Yeah, war gavel, that's it. Don't make it weird by describing it. And a photograph of the victim on the omnibus. Now, the knife in his abdomen is clearly visible, but his face is partly obscured from view by a crooked hat. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. Bloody gloves. These are... Oh, good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-streaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them. Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well. The leather gloves the defendant was wearing at the time of the incident, a blood stain on the right glove. He's going to turn out to be left-handed or something, isn't he? How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers travelling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2. Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you? Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing. Mr. McGilded. Be sure I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in the carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? 'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord, lilting so as it is, and when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me, the body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. So the blood got onto the gloves, and then after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, the statement of the driver is only the beginning. What? That's not all of it. There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. She's typing even faster now. Furious typing. Oh my god. Multiple witnesses, you say? Order, order, order. When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Yeah, I can turn the just creepy vibe down just a little bit here, Van Zykes. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses first of all. Don't think you're going to make it after all? Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once. Oh god, is that guy just perpetually frozen? Witnesses, your names and occupations. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End. So he's the driver, I guess. Bruce Fairplay, I'm a banker in the city. Fairplay, banker, sure. My name's First Lady First. I make hats for gents. Not very good ones, if that's anything to go by. Oh my god. What's the bet that the prosecution is going to burst into bats or something? Oh yeah, it's going to happen, right? Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. So they were in another bus that probably was either alongside this one at the time or passing it or something. Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers, I remember it well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Well, that's next to each other, not across from each other? Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. So he didn't see the stabbing at all. He saw the aftermath. An ambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel? Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own, but you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Huh? Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you ever travelled in an omnibus? Well, no. We only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is. What do you mean, the actual scene? How? They're going to wheel a carriage in here, aren't they? The carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes, they're going to bring the carriage in. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff? Bring forth the stricken omnibus. Jesus. Just park the whole carriage right in here. Ah. Well, here it is. Cool. This is a London bus. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they would bring something so enormous. It's even got a top deck, look, with benches on it. Yeah, how did they get it in there? I mean, those doors are pretty big though, I guess. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. Truly revolutionary. 4 passengers seated inside in the enclosed cabin and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. The skylight? Oh! So they were on the bus, they were just on the top. I thought they might have been on another one. The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident, through the skylight. Huh? That makes perfect sense. Well, Consul, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Very well. I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. So the 2 seats on the top both face forward, though. I wonder if it's going to turn out that one or both of them was sat in the frontmost seats, and therefore they would have had to look behind and down to see the stabbing. And either way, why would they have just been looking down at that precise moment? I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Let us continue with the proceedings, then. Your cross-examination, Counsel. Pray don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Oh god. Dude, just focus, Ryunosaki, focus! Alright, so it was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers and I remember well. Well, before we do the actual cross-examination, I do want to just look at everything we've got now first.